On today's episode of Just Ask Caleb, a salute from me to you for what turned out to be an awesome live stream, plus a reality check smack in the middle of Black Friday and Cyber Monday, plus why does a TV have to support DTS or some other audio format if all it's supposed to do is pass the signal through? And what's the best streaming box for no-hassle audio pass-through? Welcome back, everyone. I'm Caleb Dennison, and thanks for letting me pass through your living room or your phone, maybe, whatever device I'm on right now. I'm glad to be passing through it on my way to you. Today, though, is going to be a slightly shorter visit together. The reason being is we are heading into the Thanksgiving holiday season, and I want to make sure folks working with me can spend time with their families. Like I hope you enjoyed doing this past Thursday, or maybe you're still doing that right now. I have to admit, Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. I like to cook a lot. This is the most amazing turkey fry I've done yet. Oh, I wish you could smell it. The orange from the brine is coming through. Oh, and I love Thanksgiving leftover sandwiches with like stuffing and cranberry mayo and lettuce, tomato. So good. Anyway, before I move on to our two questions for today's episode, I wanted to say first, thanks to all of you who came by and hung out during our first live stream on this channel. I had an absolute blast, and I think, by all measures, including a bunch of your comments, that it was a pretty massive success. So thank you for that. I appreciate it a ton. I also have to shout out Hisense for sponsoring that live stream. They made it possible for me to get all that put together, which required quite a bit of time and preparation and personnel. Thank you, Zeke and Rich. And they didn't try to control anything at all. It was just the classic buy airtime type of underwriting that I wish we saw more of these days. That was great. And, unsponsored mention here, there are links to Hisense TVs along with a few others down in the description of this video. So if you were thinking of getting the U6, U7, or U8, all of them great options this holiday shopping season, would you consider using those links down there? It would be a great way to support this channel. Also, here's a video that runs down those three models if you want to learn more about them. Speaking of the Black Friday thing, I know I'm going on here for a minute, but if you haven't gotten the TV of your dreams just yet and you're worried you're going to miss out, don't. All right, you've got probably until December 1st, at least, maybe December 6th before prices rebound a little bit. So take advantage of the good prices out there. Get a rain check if it's out of stock. But don't freak out about it. You know, this is supposed to be fun stuff, not nerve-wracking, okay? Okay, time for some questions. And I picked a couple of interesting ones that have to do with getting the best audio experience out of your setup. Peterson writes, "Hi there, Caleb. Great to have you back. Recently got an 85-inch Hisense U7QG and a Samsung 990D to go with it, and I think I'm in love. Being more of an all-around nerd, I found myself at the lossless audio part of AV. The Hisense U7QG has 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. I have an NVIDIA Shield Pro set to pass-through, the TV set to pass-through, and when I play Dolby Atmos, the 990D says it's decoding it. But I've come across, in my research, of people setting pass-through on in their TV, but apparently that doesn't work if the TV can't decode, say, DTSX. Why would TV capabilities matter if the TV should just pass through the signal? At least that's expected of pass-through, hence the name. Can you expand on this? Yes, the whole, why can't you just pass it along question. I get this one a lot. So let me answer it for everyone here, and then we'll probably have to circle back to this eventually, I think. So this is how we want it to work, right? Hey there, I've got a package for Mr. 990D. Could you pass this along, please? Yes, sure thing. I'll make sure they get it. Hey there, so I've got this packet for you from Magnetar. No idea what's in it, didn't open it or anything, just passing it along, okay? Cool, thanks. Enjoy that, whatever that is. That's how we wish it were be, just pass it along, right? Unfortunately, it doesn't go that way. Common sense says it should, but nope, TVs don't live in a common sense world. They live in a world of codec licensing and chipset restrictions and HDMI bureaucracy, and all of that tends to get in the way. The big issue is licensing, right? Under DTS's licensing rules, a device that so much as breathes on a DTS stream, even just enough to identify it, may be considered DTS capable. And that means the manufacturer has to pay DTS. The device, in this case a TV, might also need certification, and the firmware must include DTS-related handling. So if a TV manufacturer doesn't want to pay to license DTS, well, they make the TV behave like DTS doesn't exist, because legally it has to. That's why many modern TVs simply say, DTS? Huh, never heard of that. And a TV that pretends it doesn't understand DTS won't and legally can't pass it along to your soundbar or AVR. Reason 2 is that SoCs, or system on chips, aren't allowed to be dumb pipes, right? To pass audio over the eARC connection, a TV has to parse the incoming HDMI audio signal, repackage that audio into little eARC packets, provide lip sync metadata, and have a chat with the receiving device over EDID. So even if the TV isn't decoding DTS, its audio processor must at least recognize it well enough to sort of shepherd it through the HDMI pipeline. Reason 3 is that HDMI handshake rules get in the way, and all the time, actually. In eARC, the TV is the quarterback, right? It gathers audio capability info from the soundbar or the receiver, again, via the EDID, and announces these capabilities back to the source device. So if the TV doesn't advertise, hey, I've got DTS here, your Blu-ray player or game console won't even send the DTS in the first place. So even if the TV wanted to pass it through, and it doesn't, by the way, the source device won't ever send it. Now, before you say, well, that's just evil corporate greed at play, and it's totally unfair, you need to understand reason number 4. Manufacturers want to avoid nightmare support situations. Imagine this scenario. You play a disc with DTS audio, the TV passes the DTS stream blindly to your soundbar, which doesn't support it, and you get nothing. Not even crickets, just silence. So if that happens, who are you gonna blame? You can't blame the soundbar, you can't point at the TV, it's not DTS, so you end up blaming the brand. So to avoid that support headache, TV makers lock out formats that they don't officially support. But hold on, you might say, my AVR passes formats that it can't decode. Yeah, because AVRs are licensed to handle everything, even if they don't decode it. They're built for that job, and TVs aren't. TVs try to minimize licensing costs wherever possible, and DTS is one of the easiest things to cut out if you think your customers won't notice. And honestly, most of them won't, because most streaming services don't use DTS. Next question is also about pass-through of sorts. Emil writes, what's a good replacement for the NVIDIA Shield TV? A streaming box that will pass through Dolby True HD and DTS HD master audio in Kodi, but also supports HDR in YouTube. Okay, so the answer to that is either another NVIDIA Shield box or Zidoo. The Apple TV 4K is allergic to any bitstream audio pass-through, and the Roku Ultra won't do it either. Your only alternative to the Shield TV or Shield TV Pro for this is either a purpose-built media streamer, a media PC, or Zidoo, which I haven't gotten to experience yet, but I hear they even have their own little version of Kodi that you can use, and it's kind of neatly intertwined with the Zidoo system. So I think you could go that route for as little as $200, and it would be a fun upgrade. Okay, I know that was a short one, but I gotta go. And my editor needs to get to making turkey and dressing. I hope all of you in the US had a wonderful holiday if you celebrate and are enjoying some downtime, maybe with the promise of a new TV or some other goodie on the way. I have links down in the description if you need some ideas. Thanks for using those and supporting the channel. That's it for this week. I'll see you on the next one. And until then, take care of yourselves. Hey, just pass through. All right, we're done.